Hello and welcome to the News9 Plus show on the world's first news and current affairs OTT platform, News9 Plus. Pushpa 2 The Rule has released today. It's one of India's most anticipated movies of the last 3 years, ever since the super hit Pushpa Part 1 in 2021. Now Pushpa 2, with a 400 crore budget, has broken records even before its release. There's been a slow build up to the release. A first look poster and a glimpse of the trailer of the film came out on Allu Arjun's 41st birthday in April 2023. A trailer was released on the 17th of November amidst massive hype across the country and the globe. The excitement of the fans went through the roof, and the film's craze can be judged by the records made even before its release. The film is believed to have earned over 1,000 crores in theatrical and non-theatrical releases. The fastest movie to sell over 1 million tickets, around 100 crore rupees in advance booking. That's what this movie has grossed. And it's also being released in 3D and IMAX formats. It's being dubbed into Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Bengali and Malayalam. But Pushpa, Bahubali, Salar, Kalki and RRR, these are a wave of new Telugu films that have been capturing the box office over the last couple of years. How did Telugu cinema become so big? Can Allu Arjun dethrone Bahubali actor Prabhas to be the #1 pan-India actor? And Tamil industry, it's the biggest industry in South India, but this year, not just Telugu, but even Malayalam films rocked at the box office. Bollywood is a 5,000 crore industry, but can it ignore Southern cinema? What does Hindi film need to do to cope up with this Telugu storm? These are some of the questions that we'll be talking to in the show today. And joining me to discuss this, Y. Ravishankar of production company Maitri Movie Makers that produced the Pushpa series, R. Nagendra Kumar, film reviewer, and in the studio I have with me my colleague Krishna Kumar, who's just back from seeing the film. Krishna, first day, first show, what are your thoughts on the film?
Well, it is all, when it comes to masala film, mass masala films like Pushpa, my only fear right from the beginning is, will the writing be good? And guess what? Pushpa 2 The Rule, the writing of Sukumar, in fact his production company is also a co-producer of the movie, Sukumar Writings, it's what it's called. So clearly the filmmaker behind Pushpa 2, I know all the talk is about Allu Arjun, the icon star, we'll get to him, but Allu Arjun is the overwhelming hero and the face and the brand of this movie, but it is, to me, that brand has been brought up and brought to light because of the writing, the great writing, and that continues. Pushpa 1 had some really good screenplay and script writing choices, and it continues in Pushpa 2. That's the good news. Allu Arjun, what can you say? I mean, this is setting himself up for both great box office results, which means he could end up starring in the biggest blockbuster of Indian cinema ever, and also earn an award as well. That's how good his performance is. The film, in the first half, if you ask me, is near perfect. The build-up and the setup is near perfect. It loses its way somewhere in the middle of the second half, but then brings it back with a roaring climax. All in all, Pushpa 2, despite the gargantuan expectations surrounding it, is delivering on most counts than not. Yes, there was talk of whether the songs would be as iconic as the first one, but the songs work perfectly fine. That's the good news I'm reporting. The songs work perfectly fine when you watch it in the movie hall along with the movie. And there is more going on in this film in terms of the villain, played by a wonderful Malayalam actor Fahad Fazil, is given a bravura performance over here, matching himself with Allu Arjun. So all of this, a great villain, great screenplay, of course a great hero, all in all put together, it's a success package. But if you ask me, is it going to become the biggest film ever? Well, that I will leave it up to the audiences. They need to keep coming back to the movie theaters for the next couple of weekends to ensure that.
Krishna being very generous in his praise. Krishna is never this generous with praise, especially when it comes to Telugu cinema. Krishna, you're more partial to Tamil cinema, but
I'm partial towards good cinema.
Good
cinema, it could be masala, mass masala cinema, it could be artistic cinema. When you pick up something, how well do you do it? They are very clear, the makers of this film, what they're doing with it. How well they do it is what
let's hear it from Mr. Y. Ravishankar of Maitri Movie Makers. Mr. Ravishankar, welcome to the News9 Plus show. We're all excited about this movie. I cannot remember the last time there was so much of national and international expectation over a movie. Over the last 3 years, people have been waiting for this movie ever since 2021. That's a 3 year and 3.5 year long wait. How did your company handle this burden of expectations, this absolutely crushing burden of global expectations from Pushpa Part 2?
Sir, firstly, thank you very much for your praises on the film, sir. Thank you very much. And regarding this question, sir, 3 years, how we are managing this? Sir, anyhow, the Pushpa 1, it has created a very good buzz war all over the world, sir. So we didn't have any burden like, see, we had that cushion of spending on the
Yes.
film and everything.
Right.
And day by day, it is always growing. So
Yes.
with there's nothing like, see, additional pressure on us, sir.
Right.
We just focused on the performances and the content and the presentation. That's it. And really, it has come out very good. And the result today, what the people have given, the verdict what people has given,
Yes.
that is overwhelming. And see, we are very happy about that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Overwhelming, and Mr. Ravi Shankar is being very, modest in the fact that.
Absolutely.
I mean, Krishna, I mean, you saw the film. And
Yeah.
they've worked really hard to making sure that every scene is crafted really well. And as you said, every scene finally interlocks into the next one. There's a lot of effort that's gone into the writing, and that seems to be a brand, trademark of the franchise itself, the first film and now the second film.
And Telugu industry as a whole, and let's not forget RRR had some great writing,
Yes.
Bahubali had some great writing.
Right.
This is something, the question is asked, how come it's always the Telugu films that are becoming this pan-India, pan-world films?
Absolutely.
It is because their writing is good. There's so much conviction in the
Yes.
writing of what they want to do. They're not trying to be subtle for the sake of it all.
Right.
They're trying to deliver the right punches the right way.
Yes.
So from the film, all I can deduce at this stage is that a lot of effort went into writing. Yes, the picturization. This film has a Polish cinematographer called
Right.
Miroslav Kuba-Brozek.
Right.
For those who didn't know, this film has a cinematographer from Poland who did, of course, shoot the first one as well and shot the second film as well. The cinematography and the scale
Yes.
and the production values are very good. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Maitri Movie Makers is a good production house.
Right.
They make big films. There's no doubt about that. But all of that has to fit on this, a very good screenplay. And that's where I'll go back to say the fact that fantastic hero, good music, fantastic star cast, good production values, great scale, great cinematography, and it's all based on a very good screenplay, and that is what is working. Yes, you can have debates on whether Pushpa 1 had a tighter screenplay than Pushpa 2 and all that. Those debates can continue.
Yes.
But on its own, Pushpa 2 is written well.
It's
there is no
written
doubt
well,
about
and in
that.
fact, Taran Adarsh just joins us, Krishna, from Mumbai. Taran Adarsh is the go-to person for the trade in Mumbai. I've known him for many years. Taran, welcome to the News 9 Plus show.
Thank you.
Tell us, is Pushpa 2 the movie that Bollywood had been waiting for so many years, that this is the movie that could bring the masses back into theatres?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I completely endorse your point of view. I feel that Pushpa 2, the fact that it has opened to a thunderous response,
Right.
how do I call it? Is it a typhoon or tsunami or whatever we call it? All these words are hollow. Because
Right.
for the fact that the kind of opening this film has had, not just in India,
Yes.
even internationally, is
Yes.
humongous. It's
Right.
earth-shattering. Also, at the same time, from east to west, from north to south,
Yes.
everywhere,
Yes.
it's houseful boards, it's packed houses. I think the film industry has been bleeding for quite some time.
Yes.
And I'm talking specifically of the Hindi film industry.
Yes.
We've not had those many films coming out
Right.
over a period of time. And then those that came out were not really good enough to actually draw in the audiences. But
Yes.
here you have Pushpa 2,
Right.
which is rewriting the record books.
Pushpa
I'm
2
extremely
rewriting
confident.
Yes.
Yes, I'm extremely confident, and let me put this on record to say
Yes.
that don't be surprised
Yes.
if this turns out to be the highest grossing Indian film ever.
The highest grossing Indian film ever. Yeah, Taran,
Yes.
none of us would be surprised if that happened, because, as Krishna and me have been debating over several months now, it's not how quickly Pushpa will hit 1,000 crore. It's how much further it will go from 1,000 crore after it crosses the first opening weekend. And
I
Yeah.
genuinely feel, sorry to interrupt there.
Not at all,
I
Taran, go
genuinely
ahead.
feel that 1,000 crores is just a cakewalk for this film.
It's already grossed 1,000 crore.
Like there's a dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan in the film, picture
Yes.
abhi baki hai.
Picture
Let's
abhi
wait
baki
for
hai.
that.
No, and in
Let's
fact,
wait. The
Krishna-
coming days will give you an idea.
Krishna, Taran is the person, the trade analyst who actually explained to me back in Mumbai what table profits actually meant. And he told me that, when a movie makes so much money, even before it's released, that's what's called table profits. But I want to go over to Nagendra Kumar, who's been listening to all of us very patiently. Nagendra, thank you for your patience. Tell us, how did Telugu cinema crack the secret recipe of the big blockbuster? It is movie after movie after movie, with superstar after superstar after superstar, who all now become pan-Indian superstars. That Telugu cinema, Hyderabad, the two Telugu states seem to have mastered the formula, and everybody else is following suit. And Taran over there in distant Mumbai is waiting for the next, he can't wait for the next Telugu film to come and save the industry and bring the people back into theatres. How did Telugu cinema master this formula?
I'll tell you, because just now you have catalogued all the titles and all the films, like right from Bahubali, KGF, Triple R, now Pushpa 2 and Pushpa 1, of course.
Yes.
But this journey of Telugu actors and Telugu makers has started in 1990 with megastar Chiranjeevi Pratibandh. That day, at that time, it has broken all the records in Bollywood, as well as collections countrywide, was fantastic and were astounding that time. Later coming times to the time of Bahubali and the rest of the films till Pushpa 2, the Telugu or South film has started dominating the entire scenario in the world, where even James Cameron and Steven Spielberg appreciated Rajamouli for the making styles and standards that were inculcated in the filmmaking. Now that Pushpa 2, the whole country is agog right now with that title, Pushpa.
Pushpa, the rule, and the rule actually could be the rule of Telugu cinema, as we are talking about. But Mr. Ravi Shankar, I have to ask you this, and Krishna is eager to know this answer as well. Is there going to be a Pushpa 3 we are hearing of? It's called The Rampage, from what the speculation is. Would you care to confirm that you have a third part in the offing, and how many years before we get to see that one?
Yes, sir. Actually, we have plans for Pushpa 3. It is pretty much on. But the thing is, hero has to do a couple of films, and director also does one more film outside. Then we'll again together collaborate, sir. Because again, see, 5 years we have spent on 1 and 2. Again, they stay for, they go for part 3. So they need a break from this.
They need a break, but clearly the audiences don't want them to take that break, and Taran can't wait for that third part to come out as well.
So that is the thing, sir. And as you are asking, hi sir, Taran sir. As you are asking about this Telugu industry and this thing, I just wanted to interfere and tell something about this. So Telugu industry really, it has a very good writers as well as directors. That is good thing about the industry. And also here there is nothing like Telugu, Tamil, Hindi or anything like that. Now we all are coming under Indian film industry. So that is the good part of our film industry, and we all put together try to make it international. See, sir, Korean films with a budget of 30 crore or 40 crore, they were making a mark in our country since a very long time. Chinese, Jackie Chan and all these people with their fights and this thing, they have market since a very long time.
Absolutely.
Why? We also, as an Indian film industry, we need to try in at least some 20-30 countries regularly, so that our market also increases by another, almost like some 500 crore or 1,000 crore more.
Mr. Ravi Shankar, you've spot on there. And, this is not the first time you're hearing it, but, coming from someone like you, I mean, it speaks a lot. The fact that, Taran, it is finally not going to be Tamil cinema or Telugu cinema or Hindi cinema, it's going to be Indian cinema. And are we looking at the rise of, say, an India wood, if we can call it that? Ek hai to safe hai, Indian cinema.
I completely endorse what Raviji has just mentioned. I think he's a very, very respected name in the Telugu film industry. But having said that, I genuinely feel one thing that, I keep telling this to Bollywood people, and I'm sure a lot of producers don't like my saying this. I said, Telugu industry is miles and miles ahead of Bollywood.
Yes.
Because the kind of content they've been giving.
Right.
You know, we've been targeting movies for just a handful of metros,
Yes.
for a handful of critics. Who cares? What about the rest of India? That's the reason why
Yes.
the South is really gaining momentum. Yes, we are all coming under one umbrella, and it's called the Indian film industry, and I love that. I love the fact that our brothers from the Telugu industry are
Yes.
making a Pushpa,
Yes.
are making a Bahubali 2. Our brothers from Karnataka are making KGF 2.
Yes.
You know, I mean, those kind of films are bringing in revenue, and bringing in revenue for you to dream big.
Absolutely.
And as Raviji just mentioned that, you know, we will be looking at bigger projects and larger projects going forward. I think that's a great thing.
Yes.
When you have an enterprising producer who spent 5 years.
5 years.
Imagine, 5 years for a project, part 1 and part 2. So, and the kind of dedication they must have gone through,
Yes.
the kind of, forget
Yes.
the money that has been invested. It's a very expensive film.
Yes.
If you have watched the film, the canvas is huge.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, it requires a really large heart and, of course, a large bank balance and a locker to actually make a film like this.
Large heart or large bank. What can the Hindi film industry learn from filmmakers like Mr. Shankar? That what are the lessons for Bollywood from the Telugu film industry?
You know, I must tell you one thing. I have got a lot of calls since the time I have watched Pushpa 2 last night. And though it was very late when my private screening ended at around 11 o'clock or something like that. And believe me when I say this, when my review came out, a lot of producers called up to genuinely inquire about the film. Because
Right.
I guess everyone is waiting for Pushpa, in Mumbai also.
Right.
What lessons do we need to learn? We need to target the pan-India audience.
Yes.
We need to make, you know, just announcing, we announced a Hindi film is not enough.
Right.
Target the people from the north and south, from east to west. You know,
Yes.
the first thing that when I heard that they are going to launch the trailer at Patna, I said, bravo,
Yes.
claps for them.
Right.
Salute to the producer. They've
Yes.
gone to the heartland. I
Yes.
keep telling the producers here in Mumbai that, you know, please go to the heartland. Our core strength, our core audience is there.
Right.
And hats off to the producers of Pushpa 2, that they went to Patna, they launched the trailer there. They could have gone to Hyderabad, they could have gone
Right.
to any city that they wanted, but
Right.
they did not.
Yes.
They went there, they could have come to Mumbai. Mumbai was in the later stage.
Right.
But they went to Patna and launched. And listen to this very carefully. When it was launched in Patna,
Yes.
the world watched it. So
Absolutely.
it was not just people in Patna watching it, the world was watching it.
Yes.
And Pushpa 2 is an example of what a fantastic product is and what a fantabulous marketing it is.
Absolutely. Fantastic product, fantabulous marketing. But you know, Krishna, very interesting that how the makers of Pushpa have gone about their campaign. You know, this drip feed thing of building up anticipation slowly. What are the lessons from this massive marketing campaign? How do you manage expectations and at the same time deliver satisfaction?
Right. Pushpa 2 essentially did what RRR did, if you remember.
Yes.
They went from city to city, and the lead star of the movie or the lead stars of the movie spoke a little in the local languages. So when they launched it in Patna, you
Yes.
had Allu Arjun speak to the Patna audience in Hindi. When they went to Chennai, he spoke in Tamil and the audience just lost it.
Right.
They went to Kerala and he called himself Mallu Arjun, and he knows the fan base he has over there. So, you know, it is in a sense that Telugu cinema is doing right again and again.
Right.
RRR did it. Remember, RRR had to promote it, stop promotion
Yes.
because of COVID-19 pandemic, and then start all over again their roadshow.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the one is, of course, I mean, I can't agree more with Mr. Taran Adarsh over there. You have to have a great product in place. That is
Yes.
step number one. But it is not enough if you just have a great product in place. You have to have a great marketing campaign in place. So the lessons for Bollywood is that, or for
Yes.
Hindi cinema, is that first of all, write a great screenplay. You know, from Telugu cinema. That is very important. Number one.
Yes.
And then number two, go to the people.
Right.
Go to the people. Don't just promote it in Delhi and Bombay
Yes.
and in exclusive events. You can't be exclusive. You've got to be all inclusive.
You have to be all inclusive. Yeah, great point there. And that's what Taran also said, that, you know, the confidence they displayed in going into Patna. I mean, I can't remember the last time a Hindi film went to Patna and
Has it
had
ever happened, Sandeep? I don't think.
I think it's
I
the
don't
first
think so.
time. And they're on to something. Let's ask Mr. Ravi Shankar this. Mr. Shankar, why did you go to Patna? And, you know, give us a glimpse of the kind of brainstorming that you did over the last couple of months. I know we're running out of time, but if you could give us a bit of the thought process that went into this. The makers of one of the most anticipated movies going to Patna to launch their trailer.
Sir, main point here is Bihar is holding the highest number of single screens in India in a particular state.
Of course.
So we thought our film target audiences are mass audience
Yes.
and single screen audience.
Right.
Apart from multiplex, who will be interested in both mass and class films, and that is different story. And we thought we'll
Yes.
go nearer to the mass audiences, wherein our
Right.
film genre and the kind of culture of the film,
Yes.
everything is in that fashion. And also, here is the state where the maximum number of single screens are there,
Yes.
and people are very much, they have given a lot of appreciation for part one, and we thought so we'll give it a try. And for a trailer launch, even 10,000 people coming is also not a failure. But we
Right.
thought we'll do in an open ground.
Yes.
We'll just give it a try. If 20,000 comes, it is a boost up. If 25,000 comes, it will be a little bit more.
Right.
But ultimately, we all were shocked, and the reception the people has given, and the government, the support of the government with 1,000 police people and this thing, giving permissions within no time,
Yes.
and the turnout of the public, 2 lakh people coming that night,
Right.
and this is
That is
really, we
humongous.
were literally
Yes.
shocked, sir.
Yeah, and so were we, Mr. Ravi Shankar. But you know, as Mr. Nagendra Kumar was mentioning a while earlier about Chiranjeevi's breakout Hindi film Pratibandh in 1990, there was someone else who made a debut around that time in the Hindi film industry. And Taran, I have to tell you this, it was Ram Gopal Verma who actually who broke down this whole thing of the success of Telugu films. And he said that, you know, I went to a party once in Bollywood. He didn't name names, but he said, you know, they were playing Telugu cinema there on silent mode, and everybody was laughing at it, right? And there were a lot of Bollywood people present, and they were all laughing at these Telugu films that were being shown there because it was so far out for them. But here we are in 2024, the joke's on the Hindi film industry. And, you know, tell us what, you have a huge star cast of Telugu superstars, right? One family alone has 4 superstars. What can the Bollywood stars, we have big stars in Bollywood as well, apart from the producers like Mr. Ravi Shankar, what can the stars actually learn from the Telugu film industry formula?
I genuinely feel that, what really differentiates the Telugu, for that matter, a lot of South Indian stars
Yes.
with those in Bollywood is the fact that, let me talk about Mr. Allu Arjun.
Yes.
Well, besides giving a terrific out-of-the-world performance, I would like to add here that from Pushpa 1 to Pushpa 2, I never saw him doing those, calling the paparazzi for the airport visits, or giving interviews left, right, and center, proclaiming that he's a big star or whatever.
Right.
He let his work speak for himself.
Yes.
And that is very important. You are just talking about your work. You're moving on from one film to the next film, concentrating on your work, and that's more important.
Yes.
I genuinely feel, and look at the quality of the performance of this film. You don't make stars you don't become fans overnight.
Yes.
You have to have a solid you have to have a solid ground of work to actually reach that stage.
Right.
And I remember watching Ala Vaikanta Puramalu. Sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong, but
No, Taran, you're spot on.
yeah, but I think that film, same actor in Pushpa 2, but look at the range. Look at the actor. In fact, when I spoke to Mr. Allu Arjun last night, I told him that this performance of his in Pushpa 2 is like a textbook on what actors need to take.
Right.
Because this performance is what acting is all about.
Right.
It's not about just, coming on the screen, doing some big gimmicks and going away. Not at all. This is a true blue actor. So when I say this and when I write this, that deserve all the awards for Allu Arjun, that comes with a solid background when you see on screen. He is so flawless. He's so perfect that,
Yes.
you're not watching Allu Arjun on screen.
Yes.
You're watching Pushpa Raj. And I must tell you one more thing.
Right.
And I must tell you one more thing here. Pushpa Raj jhukega nahi, and Pushpa Part 2 बॉक्स ऑफिस पे रुकेगा नहीं.
पुष्पा 2 झुकेगा नहीं और पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं रुकेगा भी नहीं. That's what you heard it from our experts here, Taran Adarsh and of course Mr. Ravi Shankar, Nagendra Kumar and my colleague Krishna Kumar, who's just back from watching this tsunami of a movie, Pushpa 2, The Rule. And will that movie rule at the box office? Seems like it's not up for any debate. The kind of film that's been made, it's flattened the box office literally. But thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us this evening as we debate Pushpa 2 and of course the rule of Telugu cinema at the Indian box office. Me punha yeil, I'll be back. That's what Devendra Fadnavis said in 2019 when the BJP finished as the single largest party but couldn't form the government. Well, it's 2024 and Fadnavis is back, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a corporator at 22, the mayor of Nagpur at 27, and chief minister for a third term in 2024. Fadnavis has had a meteoric rise as a politician. He's just taken oath as Maharashtra CM. But first, let's look at his top 5 challenges. Challenge number 1, the economy. Maharashtra has a debt of 7.8 lakh crore. Challenge number 2, the demand for Maratha reservations. Manoj Jarange Patil is waiting around the corner. Challenge number 3, internal contradictions. There is Shinde and there's Ajit Pawar. He has to manage the coalition. Challenge number 4, the BMC elections a few months away. And finally, challenge number 5, rural distress in Vidarbha and other parts of Maharashtra. Joining me to discuss this are Shubhangi Kapre, Senior Editor, Indian Express, Kiran Tare, Editor, The Perfect Voice, and in the studio is my colleague, Kartikeya Sharma. Welcome to the News9 Plus show. Kartikeya, over to you first. Devendra Fadnavis 3.0. What's his biggest challenge going to be?
I think the biggest challenge is expectation of delivery.
Right.
Since he has the mandate, the expectations will be high. If you run a coalition government, the first expectation is to give a steady government, a good governance. Now the expectation would be in context of delivery. Now he has the mandate.
Yes.
The political analyst has spoken about how Hindutva plus delivery mechanism, his ability to manage Maratha agitation,
Yes.
all pulled into one. And the party doing so well that it has made the other partners contextually irrelevant, in the sense that if one goes away with other, they
Yes.
can have a very smooth government. So for me, if you ask, the biggest expectation for Devendra Fadnavis would be delivery.
Yes.
How does he better his first tenure of 14 and 19?
Right.
And how does he manages the economy of Maharashtra?
Yes.
If you look at the economy of Maharashtra, it's undergoing a lot of stress.
Yes.
Rural stress is there, the wage stress is there, industry has not done well, the narrative is there, the best of the projects have gone to Gujarat. So I think he will have to work on the image of Maharashtra, which was the identity of Maharashtra. That is an industrial state, a prosperous state, robust rural economy, and a very fine-tuned global capital in Mumbai.
Yes, absolutely. Burden of expectations on Devendra Fadnavis 3.0. Shubhangi, DF है तो safe है, but DF के ऊपर बहुत सारे expectations भी है. What's your take on these expectations that Devendra Fadnavis has to, cope with? Not to forget those two powerful coalition partners, one of whom is not entirely happy giving up the Chief Minister's chair.
See, when it comes to political management, I think he's a master strategist in that
Right.
sense. So, despite a lot of internal conflicts, which is inherent in any coalition government, I think he will somehow manage, because BJP has a huge mandate this time of
Yes.
132 on its own, and plus with the smaller allies, it's almost crossed 137. So as far as the stability of this government is concerned, there's no problem at all. And as far as managing these two coalition partners is concerned, I think BJP with a government at the center and,
Yes.
and a strong government in the state, I think that will not be a problem, because somehow there will be a lot of pinpricks, I must
Yes.
say. But yes, he will somehow manage. But I think the biggest challenge for him is basically how to deal with this politics, the populist politics
Yes.
vis-a-vis the economic challenges. Because a state like Maharashtra, with the infrastructure focused, then industries and the FDIs. I mean, it has to restore its leadership status.
Yes.
Because if Prime Minister Narendra Modi is talking about Viksit Bharat of 2047, then
Yes.
Maharashtra also has to be Viksit Maharashtra of 2047. Minus Maharashtra, the dream of Viksit Bharat 2047 is unrealistic and cannot be achieved. So to that
Right.
extent, I think his greater worry should be finances, economic management, and given, I mean, all of us know that when it comes to finances and when it comes to economic challenges, that's his favorite subject also.
Yes.
Devendra Fadnavis as a legislator has always focused on budgets and right from the micromanagement of the money purses. So to that extent, I think that remains his greater headache, to
Yes.
cope up with this kind of
To
challenges.
manage the
Political
economic
will
challenges,
come
of
and
course.
go, I think. Yes.
Absolutely. The economics is going to be the biggest challenge. Kiran Tare, Ladki Bahin, this scheme that you spoke about some months ago, it's a game changer for the alliance government, and it's possibly one of the reasons that swept them to power. Lots of promises made, but lots of money to be set aside for those promises as well. 90,000 crore is what we believe is the figure that the government will have to shell out to meet all of these promises. How is Maharashtra going to pay for this additional burden on the exchequer? It's already, looking at a debt of about 7.8 lakh crore. Kiran.
Yes, of course, that is a major issue there. And the debt is, of course, more than 7 lakh crore rupees. But Devendra Fadnavis has been insisting on the same point that the RBI has set up a 23% of your GSDP limit.
Yes.
So if you're within 23% of your GSDP, you can have as much as loan, as much as debt you can have. And Maharashtra is at around 17 to 18%.
Right.
Being a largest state, being the most industrialized state, Maharashtra has that capacity to bear all those expenses. But here, the problem is Ladki Bahin scheme, they have to shell out 46,000 if they want to give 1,500 rupees.
Yes.
But now the amount will go on to 2,100 rupees. So definitely it will go up to 60,000 crore rupees per year.
Yes.
And that's a huge charge. That's an absolutely huge charge. From where they will get the money, that's again a big question. Either they will have to cut down the criterion of
Yes.
who is eligible for this scheme and who is not. That is one thing. Or they will have to build some resources.
Yes.
Like strays or some sub-taxes on, like Swachh Bharat mission, they had a sub-tax
Right.
in Mumbai. Mumbaikars are paying 1 rupee extra per liter petrol because of this education cess, education tax. So
Yes.
some kind of tax will be imposed, I fear, to raise this kind of money, because even if it's a richest state, money, everybody needs money and there is no money.
Yes, absolutely. Vitamin M is going to be really important to Devendra Fadnavis' third tenure. But Kartikeya, there's also that very complex caste equation at play in Maharashtra. You have a Brahmin chief minister in Maharashtra. This is something that has repeatedly come up in the past as well. Managing a state where Marathas are the dominant caste and OBCs are there as well. How is Fadnavis going to play out all of this caste math in the next 5 years?
See, if the caste mathematics is taken care under the rubric of Hindutva, BJP does well.
Right.
Or the subaltern Hindutva. If it gets out of that narrative of subaltern Hindutva or the aggressive Hindutva,
Yes.
or quote unquote, ek hai to safe hai, cutenge to batenge to
Yes.
Hindutva, then it is a problem, because then the Rahul Gandhi jumps in with the
Right.
reservation debate. So the caste issues are manageable if Devendra Fadnavis keeps them inside the larger rubric or the language of Hindutva.
Right.
The reason why they sometimes become unmanageable is because of reservation issue and economy.
Yes.
Now, he will have to deliver on the front of economy to manage the caste issue, because what is
Yes.
happening? It is becoming Marathas versus other OBCs.
Yes.
It is leading to some caste who don't have reservation versus those who have in other states.
Right.
Something that was witnessed 15 years ago in Rajasthan, Gurjars
Yes,
and
of
Meenas,
course, yes.
huge clash that took place and rail lines were blocked. So he will have to come out with economic solution. I don't think caste is going to be an issue. If you look at Haryana, you have a non-Jat third-time chief minister.
Yes.
BJP gave a Bengali chief minister in Jharkhand. They gave Fadnavis as the chief minister, and the Brahmin has made a comeback. So I think within the larger rubric of Hindutva, the caste does not make a lot of difference.
Right.
Some states you cannot do without it, but in Maharashtra you can. And I think Maharashtra is one state you've had a Muslim chief minister.
Absolutely.
Maharashtra is one state
A.R.
where
Rantule, yes.
Indira Gandhi sent Ghulam Nabi Azad to contest elections. So Maharashtra in itself is a Rashtra.
Yeah.
So with its complexities and
absolutely.
vastness.
That's a nice line. Maharashtra itself is a Rashtra and with all its complexities. It's a huge state. It's India's richest and most powerful state. Shubhangi, there are other issues as well that DF, if I can call him that, has to look at in his third term, which is the most important one is that the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections that have not been held for the last 3 years, and it's likely that it could be held early next year. What are the challenges that Devendra Fadnavis is going to face for these elections, which are possibly as big or as important as a state election, the BMC elections in Mumbai?
Yeah, BMC elections is a dream project of BJP, and it's not only the BJP in Maharashtra, but I think equally important for the central leadership in Delhi.
Yes.
Because post to 2019, the betrayal of as they say, we are not attributing it, the betrayal of Uddhav Thackeray has not gone well with the BJP, not only in Maharashtra but also at center. And I remember speaking to Fadnavis at that time, and he had said that chot dil pe lagi hai.
Right.
And he's not someone who withholds all these rivalries to his heart. But I think that was something which had really not only come as unexpected, but it actually was a body blow to him, more so because his equations with Uddhav Thackeray were excellent. I mean, he did everything to accommodate their concerns and sometimes at the cost of his own party people.
Yes.
Like if you see the 2017 BMC elections, the BJP was just two corporate less than them. 82 seats they had won, which was a massive mandate, as against Shiv Sena's 84. And yet BJP conceded the entire power share to the Shiv Sena. And they played the role of a watchdog. I mean, they did not take any share, neither the mayorship, which was very possible for them.
Very accommodating of
they
that.
They had a chief minister with them here.
Yes.
And yet they conceded everything on the platter. So now I think this is going to be a do or die battle for Uddhav Thackeray. Because BJP is going to be extremely ruthless when it comes to BMC.
Absolutely.
And the center will do everything. And that's also because of the long narrative that has come from the opposition, which has always pinpointedly said that Modi and Shah, Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Shah, are detrimental for the interest of Mumbai. So this BMC election will be a kind of reasserting the BJP's political identity to establish that welfare of commercial, financial capital of Mumbai is only possible.
Absolutely.
And more
It's
so
very
with
important
the leadership
point.
Yes,
double engine sarkar. We talk about double engine sarkar, Kiran, but there is actually a triple engine sarkar here, with the BMC being the third engine. And as Shubhangi mentioned, that there is a do or die battle that's expected next year in the BMC elections, where the Shiv Sena has been controlling the BMC for a quarter of a century now. How intense is this battle going to be, Kiran? You've been sounding us out on this, but tell us what is going to play out like on the ground. The BJP versus the Shiv Sena, Devendra Fadnavis versus Uddhav Thackeray. Is that going to be a grudge match that we're going to see a replay of the assembly elections fight?
It will be a battle of existence, if I say it correctly.
Yes.
Because that will be a matter of existence for Shiv Sena and particularly Uddhav Thackeray's leadership in the party. So if the Shiv Sena can manage, if the Uddhav Thackeray party can manage to retain the BMC, the party will survive. If they lose, then the party will be dismantled into many pieces in coming days. Here, the most interesting point will be, apart from all the past politics and the Gujarat versus Maharashtra, all things, I think Mumbaikers this time, they are completely fed up of the kind of corruption, the kind of poor infrastructure in Mumbai as far as roads are concerned, the piles of garbage spread everywhere in the city. There is no cleanliness, no hygieneness. These issues are going to make a bigger impact than I think other points which we are talking about.
Absolutely. The BMC elections next year is going to be the third engine, the fight for the third engine of governance between center and state, and that's the a battle that we are going to all be seeing in a few months from now. It's a do or die battle, as a panelist just told us, between Devendra Fadnavis and Uddhav Thackeray. But of course, Devendra Fadnavis, who's just taken oath as Maharashtra Chief Minister for a third consecutive third time indeed. Devendra Fadnavis 3.0. What are his big challenges going to be? The BMC election is just going to be one of them. There are many, many other challenges as he enters another 5-year term. Thank you for watching.